Hey y'all. So I wanted to do this one on setting intentions for the spiritual community. Because I get a lot of questions from people who feel like, I did this, I did that, I still haven't been able to manifest, or I don't feel like I know what I'm doing spiritually when it comes to magic or anything. And this doesn't just apply to magic. Learning how to set intentions can work for anything, whether you're a Christian, whether you practice voodoo, whether you are an alchemist, like whatever your spiritual practices are. Once you really understand how to set intentions, it should shift. Your spiritual life should shift. Okay? Now, most people think that setting intentions is just asking the universe, God, spirits, entities, deities, whatever you want to call it. Some people believe that setting intentions is just their way of like asking the spirit realm for what they want, so they can manifest what they want. And that's a part of it. Asking for what you want is one thing, is a part of it. But setting your intentions is something else. So if you're asking for something, you want something, your intention is, why do you want that? What are your intentions behind what you're asking for? And you need to be very clear about that. You need to be very clear, and you need to be very specific. So the mistake a lot of people make is by thinking that, I'm being sincere. This is what I really want. But a lot of times people are really secretly fraudulent when it comes to like spiritually what they're asking for. So the most important step to take before asking anything for anything is to the first order of the day when it comes to anything spiritual is knowing yourself. And we all know that. We've all heard the phrase know thyself. Know yourself, because then your intentions become clear. Your why and your what become clear once you know who you are. And that's not easy because, again, a lot of people get into spirituality, again, with false intentions. You're looking for something. You have no intention of growing spiritually. You have no intention of really getting to know who you are. You don't want to put in that kind of work. So a lot of people think, especially, when it comes to like spirituality, when it comes to like voodoo or stuff, a lot of people think that it's a quick fix. Let me just go and ask what I want, do this ritual, and everything is all good. And you might get what you want. But again, you're going to get your intentions as well. So let me give you an example. Let's just say you want a car. And you're setting your intention, I need a car. You're saying to yourself, I need a way to get back and forth, or I need to be able to do this for so-and-so. When you're not being honest that your real intention is that you just want to stunt and flex on people. So you get the car and you stunt and flex on people. And once you stunt on everybody, you get into an accident, the shit break down, don't work no more, whatever. And then this is when people are like, oh, the devil is busy. The devil ain't busy, bitch. You just got what you fucking asked for. And you don't want to be honest about it. Same thing for people out here, especially when this is another reason why I don't like to do spiritual work for people. Because the first thing these hoes be wanting is for you to bring back some bum ass nigga. I ain't doing that. Again, what are your intentions? What are your intentions? Because you can't get over, like that's the thing with the spirit realm. You can't get over on them. You can't get over on the spirit realm. They know you. You don't know you, but they know you. You think you being a trickster, and then when they end up tricking you, because you still don't know who you are. You still can't be honest with yourself. You still can't say nothing honest to yourself. Then when they give you, trick you like you try to trick them, all of a sudden, oh, this don't work, I'm going back to the church, or oh, the church don't work, I'm going to this. Like, that's why a lot of people are all over the place spiritually. You just have not taken the time to do the work to get clear on your intentions, to get clear on who you are and what you really want out of this magic shit or this spiritual shit. Your intentions will manifest. What's really in your heart is going to always be a part of your manifestations. Know that. That's why certain people, certain internet celebrities and shit like that, and it was always out here talking about manifesting, and then they manifested some shit and then it blew up in their face. Their intentions was wrong. Their intentions was fucked up. Again, they just wanted to, be like, I'm this, or I did this, I did this. Okay, and now you flexed, and now you stunned, and now you showed off, and now the shit's blowing up in your face, and oh my God, I don't know. You got to keep it real with yourself. If you can't keep it real with nobody else, bitch, you got to keep it real with you. You got to, in your heart of hearts, you got to be honest about the things that you want. And if it's, like I said, showing off, you'll get that. And then once you show off, what you're asking for will be gone, because your real intention was to just show off. Your real intention was to get back at somebody. Your real intention was to piss somebody off. And so once you get that, everything else is going to go. And then people sit around confused and lost spiritually, not understanding. You can't use spirituality as a means to just get whatever you want. Again, what are your intentions? Like, for example, when I started this YouTube page, my intention for starting all of this, whatever social media I have, all of my most high social medias, my Instagram, my Facebook, my YouTube, my intention was to share certain information that I have learned over the years about spirituality that was really helpful for me, and to help other women or other people that may be in that same situation of, certain things just aren't working for me. How do I really get involved in this? How do I really grow spiritually? So my intention was to help people grow spiritually. I don't have no gimmick. I don't have no fancy shit that's, ain't no glitter and sparkles coming across and all that other kind of shit. Like, I'm just giving you real and raw. It's just me, and as a black woman, if I can help another black woman out, or any woman for that matter, get through spirituality, understand how it works, or things, techniques that they can do to make it more understandable. That was my intention. Okay, my intention wasn't to get all, million subscribers. That wasn't my intention. Now, if that happens, as a byproduct of wanting to help women spiritually, then that's fine. But I'm doing exactly what I intended. I'm doing exactly what I intended. So anything else that comes along with that is going to manifest in my favor, because I was honest about my intentions, about what I was doing. I didn't start this channel to be messy. I didn't start this channel for, like I said, to get 1 million followers. Again, my intention was, who can I help? What woman can I help? So again, in order to grow spiritually, you have to know who you are. You have to know why you're in it. And like I said, this goes for anything, even if you're a Christian. Why are you there? Do you really look into religion? Do you really look into it? Do you really believe that it's some invisible man named Jesus that's going to come out of the sky one day to help you out? Do you really believe that? Or is this something that was passed down to you? Everybody in your family was Christian. So it's just this is what we do. And I'm not saying whether you should change or not, but I like to put information out here. So if it resonates with you, you can take it and you can use it. But don't waste your time spiritually anywhere if nothing is popping off for you, if nothing is working for you, if you're still making the same poor choices, you're still doing the same things. How do you know that that's working for you? How do you know Christianity is working for you? How do you know whatever you practice is actually working for you? And is it just manifestations? You get what you ask for, is that it? It needs to be more to it than that. Your spiritual path is personal. And if you're only a Christian because every time you pray you believe you get what you want, I would question some things. Because it's more to any spiritual belief than just getting shit. I'm just saying. It's deeper than just you getting shit whenever you ask for it. And not saying that you shouldn't get what you want. Not saying you shouldn't get what you ask for. But I'm saying there should be more to your spiritual path than just gimme, 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 gimme. So, again, know who you are. Know why you do the things you do. Why do you believe what you believe? If it's just a childhood belief, question it. Or if it's working for you, don't. Again, this video is for people who feel like, you know, whatever they practice and whatever they believe isn't working for them. If whatever you're doing works for you, then move on with your life. Go somewhere else in YouTube land and go look over there. But this is for people who feel like the things that they believe and the things that they practice spiritually just isn't working for them. Like it is something just isn't clicking. And again, it's your intentions. Why are you a part of that spiritual belief? Why are you a part of that particular religious group? Why are you part of that particular spiritual group? What made you believe you needed to be initiated if you were? What made you believe you need to be baptized if you were? You should know the ins and outs of your spirituality because you should know the ins and outs of your own spirit. And hopping on something just because you possibly could get something out of it is not why you should do anything. It's more to it than that. And like I said, it's a personal, individual path. So get clear on your intentions. What do you intend? And I say this sometimes in the readings that I do, because certain things come up and I know that people just aren't being clear about what they want and what they're asking for. Like even for a reading, like if you felt like you wanted to contact me for a reading, what are your intentions? There's nothing annoys me more than doing a reading for somebody and they sit back and go, well, how do you know? Bitch, I'm a fucking... Why did you come here? Why? If the biggest takeaway after I'm doing this reading for you is, how do you know? What do you mean, how do I know? Everything that I just shared with you, and that's you just wondering how I know? Bitch, I'm spiritual. Bitch, I'm psychic. Ain't that why you came to me? You gonna be amazed? How do you know? Ain't that why you came to me? Ain't that why you wanted me to read for you? Because you thought I was knowing? Why? Again, why? Why do you do the things that you do? If your intention is you know, selfish motives, then eventually everything you ask for is going to turn out, you know, selfishly. Even like I said, with the people like making agreements or making pacts with the so-called devil, you know. And I'm going to get into that. I really need to get off my chest and explain some things about dark side and demonic energy, especially everybody, you know, this whole demon time shit's going around. Because a lot of things are just out of fear. Again, why do you run from things? Just like it's important for you to know why you are attracted to Christianity or why you're attracted to Santeria, you should also understand why you run from certain things. If you don't go to church, why? Why are you running from the church? Why? Or if you see people practicing voodoo, you know that they practice in like Santeria or something like that. Why do you run from that? Why are you afraid of that? Who told you that was wrong? Again, get clear. You got to get clear, and you have to be specific. Again, this is not, the spiritual realm is not Santa Claus. It's not here to drop off your gifts and keep it pushing. This is a personal journey. You should feel called to it. That's the first indication that you're doing something right. You feel called to it. This dark shit, I was called to it. I was raised in the church. I would have never thought, if you'd have caught me in my early 20s, I'd have slapped the dog piss out of you for saying that I would be doing anything else besides Christianity. I'd have fought you. And now look. It's personal. It's a personal path. You know, and you have to be, that was something that I had to do. I had to get clear on the fact that I didn't know everything. And that just because I had been raised Christian didn't mean that was actually my path. And that was hard. Because again, when you grow up to certain things that you're raised with, certain values and beliefs that you're raised with, you don't want to let them things go. You don't want to believe that the things that you had hope in and faith in, you know, aren't working for you. But again, when you're really into something, you have questions. You want to know. And that's okay. Whatever you believe, you should be able to question it. But I had to get clear on what my intentions were about why I was going to church in the first place. What was I looking to get out of it? And it wasn't all the things that I really thought. You know, you have to get to a place, like I said, where you have to be honest with yourself. I had to be super honest with myself. And there were certain things about the church that I just had a problem with. Now, if people don't see it the way I see it, that's fine. Again, it's a personal path. It's a personal journey. And I don't have anything against anybody that stays in the church, that still goes. The church, my years growing up in church was some of the best years of my life. I'm not going to sit here in front and make it seem like it wasn't. Yes, the church has problems. Of course it does. Every organized group, every spiritual group, there's going to be problems, which is why spirituality is a deeply personal path. You can link up with whoever you want to, but ultimately, what's in here is all that matters. So don't let anybody have any kind of say or power over that, which is another reason why you have to get clear on what you intend. That's on you. You can't leave that up to your pastor. You can't leave that up to whoever your you believe your spiritual leader to be. You have to become your own spiritual leader. And again, this is why there's so many hustles and scams out here. Because people don't want to do the work. People don't want to be their own spiritual leader. You don't want that kind of responsibility. I just want to go to church and pray. Or I just want to, my Bible hour with whoever the hell, whatever they, your priestess or whatever people call themselves. I don't get involved in groups. I don't know. But you got to get clear. Because people will scam you. People will take advantage of you. And again, and that's what you get when you didn't have the intention of learning about the shit in the first place. And when you're young, you expect that. And again, that was another intention that I had for this channel, for young women coming up in the church to not fall prey to certain things and to not get taken advantage in certain ways, to look out for certain shit. You are your own spiritual leader. Don't let nobody tell you nothing. If it works for you and it makes you feel good, do that shit. If it doesn't work for you, don't do it. But again, that's about knowing who you are. Again, that's a personal responsibility that you have to get clear on your intentions. What do you intend for the things that you are asking for? Why are you a part of these things? Well, that's good. But another example, a lot of women spiritually want a soulmate. There's a lot of women, I just want to find my soulmate. Is that really your intention? Is that really your intention? Because I see so many women get fucked up asking for soulmates. And then what you really intended was to make somebody jealous. Or what you really intended was to make your family believe one thing. Like I said, people have all kind of like weird intentions because they can't just be honest. Some of y'all are looking for a particular soulmate. You know, your family don't know that you ain't out, and you trying to manifest a soulmate because you trying to make your family happy. Meanwhile, you still haven't done the work internally to realize that you need to come out the fucking closet. You don't need to be asking for nothing. You need to be figuring out how you can come out and be confident in who you are before you ask for any fucking body. Again, why are you asking? What are your intentions? Because then you'll ask for it and you'll get what you want, and then something will happen, or somebody expose you, or something will happen where it gets revealed. Your sexuality gets revealed to you, and that's a fucked up way for something like that to happen, especially when you got somebody else's feelings all fucking involved. Again, why are you asking for the things that you're asking for? Are they selfish motives? Are you trying to prove things to people that you don't need to prove? Are you trying to have things that aren't meant for you to have? You got to do that work. You got to really do that work. What is it that you want and why? And when you can get clear on those things, when you know who you are and you can get clear on why you're asking, you can be honest with yourself about your intentions. And how many can you really do that? When you want something, can you really sit and say to yourself, you know what, I ain't shit for asking for that. I know the only reason why I want this is because that bitch got it before me and I'm trying to keep up with her. I'm really asking for this because everybody else got it and I want it. You ain't gonna say that to yourself. You're gonna have some, I'm manifesting. No. Be honest with yourself about the horrible things that you think, about the shitty intentions that you have sometimes. And that's important because, like I said, you will manifest that. That will be a part of your manifestation. If your intentions aren't clear, if your intentions aren't pure, nothing you manifest will be. So why even waste your time? Stop letting shit backfire on you spiritually because you just can't be honest with yourself. Be honest. And nobody else, again, this is personal. Nobody needs to know the truth but you and the spirits. I want to keep this short and sweet because, like I said, I just get asked these questions sometimes, and I just want people to get clear on how they can grow spiritually and improve their spiritual practices. It starts and ends with you. Everything spiritually starts and ends with you. And trust and believe you're not fooling nothing on the spirit realm. You ain't fooling nothing on the other side. Nothing. They see you coming. And again, you can see it with, again, you see all these celebrities. It doesn't take a rocket science to know that some of these people ain't got no fucking talent, but yet they every fucking where and they famous and got all kind of money. They did something spiritually to try to get it. But then when you see them get fucked up, you see how real it can get. You have to be very careful, especially when you are making agreements. Especially because, first of all, whatever you manifest, let me be very clear. Anything that you're asking for, you are making an agreement. I don't give a fuck whether you're Christian. I don't care if you are into voodoo, Satanism. I don't care what you're into. You might, just because you ain't thinking, okay, well, this ain't the devil. I ain't making a pact with the devil. Whatever you're asking for, you're making an agreement with a spiritual entity. And I don't care what you call it. You can call it Jesus. You can call it Jehovah. You can call it Yahweh. I don't give a fuck what you call it. But whenever you're asking for something, you are making an agreement with that spiritual entity. So how that manifests, you still owe. You still have an agreement, which is why you need to know who you are, know why you're asking. Because like I said, the spirit realm knows before you even ask. They know you before they see you coming. So again, don't think because you Christian, that you don't have to think, well, God knows my heart. But you don't. That's the fucking problem. You don't. You don't know. But you think God knows your heart and you don't? That makes sense to you? God knows my heart. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. And look at the church. Not gonna lie, it's sad, to be honest. The shit is sad. Because like I said, I have a deep affinity for the church. Like I said, that's how I grew up. And I know what it could be. But I know that the church is nothing but a collection of people with bad intentions. Making agreements with shit they don't understand. Believing in shit that they don't understand. And asking for things without knowing why they really want it. When I remember growing up and I just had a real problem, like, there was so many things going on in the city, and I'm just like, well, where's the church? When it comes to these things, like, gun violence, is always high in Philly. So I'm like, well, where's the church? Like, well, what are we not going to do anything? And it was just pray, just pray. God knows your heart. You mean to tell me you believe in a God that you think can provide all your needs and he can't deal with the issue of violence in the city? Bitch, I don't even know. The church used to be a true seat of power. The church used to really be a place where people had, again, genuine intentions towards themselves and their community. And I've seen over the years, I've watched that fade away. I've watched people with good intentions get swept away for the pimps and the predators to come in and take advantage. And the sad part is, like me, you believe it so much, and it's something that you love and you hold dear, that you just want to hold on. You want to have faith that your spiritual leaders are doing the right thing, and most of the time they are not. So again, be clear on what it is you want, and be clear on what it is that you desire, and be clear on what it is you want to manifest. And don't leave that shit in the hands of nobody else, because you don't know what their intentions are towards you. So don't let nobody fucking pray for you. Don't let nobody lay hands on you if you don't know them. If you can't know that person personally, if you can't know this man of God personally, don't let him touch you, because you don't know what his intentions are. His intention might be to keep you ignorant and emotionally triggered, so you're constantly giving money, constantly showing up, constantly asking them to help you out. Like I said, I'm here to offer spiritual assistance. I'm just telling you. And again, some people got to learn the hard way, and that's fine. I put it out there. Again, if you don't know and you can't know somebody's true intentions, that takes, again, like I said, spiritual growth and true discernment. And a lot of young people don't have that down yet. So again, this is why it's important for you to know what your intentions are. Why are you showing up? What do you want? It's important for you to know these things. Like I said, this is why things are changing. Like, think about it. Think about it. Back in the day, the church, like I said, was the seat of power in the black community. And we went through all kind of shit before. Crack epidemic, AIDS epidemic. The church doors was always open. COVID pop off. And they telling the church to close the fucking doors. Do y'all know what that's about? It's about the history of the church. And again, like I said, the predators that come in and take advantage. Because when HIV and AIDS was happening, guess what? A lot of people in the black community caught that shit in the fucking church. You ain't gotta believe it, bitch. I'm telling you what's true and I'm telling you what's real. That's why COVID comes out. Close them fucking church doors. For these fucking Christians kill every fucking body. You better. And I remember, because I remember at the time, I was really good friends with somebody that was in college at the time studying public health. And all of this tracing and stuff like that, a lot of it in the black community could be traced back to these fucking no good ass pastors. Fucking everybody. Because again, you believed them, you trusted them. He got a wife, he must be a good man. And he fucking men on the side. The reason why the rates of HIV and AIDS was so high back in the day in the black community, you can thank your fucking pastors. You ain't gotta believe me. But that's why Corona came out and shut everything the fuck down. Again, things have become a little bit more sophisticated. Things have become a little bit more advanced. So what one epidemic was able to do, we got a little bit more sense now. It ain't much, but we got a little bit more. Let's look at all the ways the diseases, people, the diseases really run rampant and shut that shit down. And the church is right up there with the fucking bars and the fucking barbershops. That's what the church is now. That's what poor intentions will do for you. Now people watching the church online. And if that's how you cool with that, I ain't knocking it. I'm online talking to you too. But I'm saying. What's real is real and what's right is right. I'm just saying. I'm just putting the truth out there. Don't get in your feelings. Be thankful they closed the church doors. That's what you need to fucking do. Be happy. You got protected. Because again, there's a lot of people out here that know you don't know any better, you blind and you silly, and you'll follow anybody because you still have not taken the time to get to know who you are and what you want and what your intentions are. Y'all see that? I'm saying, y'all peeped the shit like I peeped it. They shut the fucking church doors down. And pastors was pissed. It's probably the same no good ass pastors with bad intentions mad because they can't have their fucking service. Again, I know it's a lot of naive people out here. And I know it because I used to be one. That's why I'm talking the shit I talk. Because I know from experience. And I'm just trying to, like I said, give out free game and help some of these young women, especially young women, young men too, but specifically young women, because nobody gets taken advantage of more in the church. You know what? These days I can't even say. Young men too. A lot of young men. Back in my day, it was young women. Now it's just young people. This is how bad this is how many predators are fucking in the pulpit now. All the young people are at risk. All the young people are potentially not safe with some of these men and women in the church. Because a lot of these women, some women will do anything they man say. Won't question nothing. Won't look into nothing. Because again, You don't want to check your intentions. All you know is you asked for a man of God and God gave you one, and now you don't want to look into the fact that the nigga is strange and he weird and he got all kind of sexual inadequacies and shit that he trying to deal with. You ain't think about that because your intentions were bad. That's what I mean. You got to be clear. If you ain't right within, anything you manifest ain't gonna be right. And you can try to ride and rock with that shit if you want to. It'll just be nothing but one problem after another, after another, after another. Now, who needs that? Who wants that? Who? Wouldn't it be easier just to get it right, try to get it right the first time? I'm just saying. I am just saying. Like I said, it's a lot of tricksters out here, you know, spiritually. And again, that's why I always say be mindful in these fucking spiritual streets, because it's real. It is fucking real out here. People won't think twice and then say God This is another reason why you gotta be clear with your fucking intentions. Bitch, God did not tell you that married man or that man that's in a relationship, God ain't tell you there ain't nothing spiritual about you claiming that man. Those are bad intentions, and if you get them, whatever happens to you, don't be like, oh, the devil busy. Bitch, no, you were busy. You're the devil. Learn that. The only physical manifestation of God and the devil is you. And it depends on where you are with the energy. You either God or you the fucking devil. But take responsibility. Child. And I just worry. I'm not worried, but I don't know. I've seen and heard so many horror stories over the years that it's just like I said, I put the information out here, and like I said, hopefully, you learn to make better choices. And don't trust anybody, especially until you learn to trust yourself. If you don't know what your gut is telling you, if you're not sure about your intuition, then maybe put a pause on asking for any fucking thing. And spend time getting to know yourself. Spend time getting to know. Read books on what you believe. Even the ones that are contrary to what you think. Don't think, oh, he don't believe what I believe. The devil is busy and the devil using. No. Get a difference of opinion. Look into Satanism. Why are you so scared of that? Why this phrase is like demon time? Why is that so triggering to you? Who said that was wrong? How you know that God ain't the evil one and the devil is the good guy? How do you know that? How do you know that? Marinate on that, and I'm going to come back with some more information, because like I said, sometimes it's not always what you think. And especially in the Black community, there's a lot of fear, especially around dark stuff, especially around, like I said, Satanism and shit like that. Is oh, the devil, oh my God. Oh, who put that in your mind that word was bad? Or that the dark energy or black magic or all that shit is wrong? That's a trick. It's a trick. But again, do your research, look into stuff, and get to know yourself. Or else anything that you try to manifest in these spiritual streets is just gonna fuck you up. Y'all be easy. I'll be back.